Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a very special episode of Collectibles Unlimited. I'm your host, Harley C. As usual, we have our Pokemon backdrop with our two new pins that we added from our last opening. And today's video is going to be doing a little something different. This is actually my favorite collectible. We're going to be going over some vinyl records. So today I have a vintage Pink Floyd Darkside album, and then I have a repress of the same album. So we're just going to kind of go over some slight differences and go over condition of this vinyl here and see what exactly is it about Pink Floyd albums that makes them hold up their value. If you don't know, Pink Floyd albums usually repressed can go for $40, sometimes $50. If you get the right wall album, you can be looking at like $70-$80. And then the vintage ones also stay at the same price. It's still, $40, $30. I got lucky and got this one for like $25. Guy didn't realize what he was doing. So anyways, let's go over and see if we can see any differences. The first thing that I can tell you is the ink is definitely different. As you can see over here, see if I can get out of that glare. The triangle is slightly vibrant compared to the original. You'll see over here, it kind of is a little darker. Okay, let's check out. There's a little, looks like something on the case. But overall, the front cover seems to be pretty much identical. I didn't check the actual sizes on the triangles because sometimes the sizes in the represses will be slightly bigger. So it looks like everything on these two covers is pretty much the same. Now let's check out the back covers. In case you didn't know, this is something that not too many people know. Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, the entire back cover is upside down on purpose. It's not, if you come across a vintage one and the cover is upside down, you don't have anything special. It's supposed to be that way. So one thing that's awesome about these vintage ones is you'll see the company that pressed it right here, 1973. Over here, it's not on the bottom. However, there is the reprint or repress company. Well, I guess it's not their company. So this one has a barcode on it. This one does not. And again, we'll check over the artwork on these things. That one looks pretty okay. And as you can tell, just by looking at the two, I mean, you can see the vibrant color on the triangle. This, you might think that this is a different color, like it's darker because of wear. That's not wear, that's the ink. That's how it was printed. So this is slightly brighter. It's a little more high definition on it. All right, let's go ahead and check out the insides. Oh, I love this album. So you have on the inside, you have the company information here. And of course you have the amazing wave going through the center. All of the tracks, let's see here, you got the production. That's another thing we're going to look at. We're going to look at those production lines and see if they match up line for line on the original. So it says, produced by Pink Floyd, recorded at Abbey Road Studios, London, between 1972 and 1973. All lyrics by Roger Waters. All selections by TRO. And then this one actually doesn't have that all selections by TRO part on it. So that's really cool. I mean, overall, the inside is pretty much identical. I mean, it's so identical that you can literally line up the records, and it runs right through. So there's not too much of a difference. The inseam on this one is a little smaller than here. They gave it a little thicker spine on it. I'm assuming just for protection, you know what I mean? Make it a little thicker on the case to help you preserve it a little better. It is a heavier cardboard over here. So let's pull out the actual record itself. Now, like I said, this is a vintage Pink Floyd album, so it is a little worn down. And the triangle on the center is awesome. If you ever get a chance to play one of these Darkside albums, it looks amazing on the needle. That's really cool there. Side 2. This one did not have any paper in it. This is not an easy video to do without my partner in crime today. And as you can see, this case isn't, you know, it's not in the best of shape. It is tearing up a little bit, but for 25 bucks, what can you do? Let's see over here. Okay, so this one actually does not open. So there's your first difference, is this repress actually opens up right there. There was never anything in it. I have no idea why it was pressed that way. Okay, and then let's pull out our Darkside album. Right here. So we have, and this was weird too. It came with this paper with the protection on the inside, which is nice. But then it also came with this, and I am not sure why. I also believe that this album actually came with some posters, like some promotional Pink Floyd posters, but I ended up hanging those up, so they're not in here. So here's our repress, and the first thing I can tell you, just based on looking at these for so long, and this is awesome. So the first thing is, you see that triangle there? It's dull. There's no shine to it. Over here, we have, you can't really tell in the video, but it does have like a holographic almost on it, which I really like. And then side 2. Oh, that's something also, is the wording on both albums is different. So this is side 1. I'll turn it over to side 1 here. So we're looking at side 1 on the repress. It has Dark Side of the Moon. Oh, this is side 2. So side 1, and it has the track listing right here. Side 1. Whereas over here, it's listed throughout the triangle. It's just a better font, I think. This is kind of like a bubblier type of font. Harvest Records is on here. So that's really cool. So yeah, anyways, that is every difference throughout the repressing and the original. If you happen to know any other details that I might have missed, feel free to comment for me so that I am informed and I can let everybody know. And that's pretty much it. As far as why they hold such value, there's not really any rhyme or reason to it. It's a popular band. It's, I believe, the #2 selling album in the world is The Wall. So, you it's just a very popular band, and popular things are going to hold their value, especially if they're hard to get a hold of. And these are getting harder and harder to get a hold of. So if you can find a vintage 1973 Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon album, I recommend picking it up, because copies that are in good condition are getting harder and harder to find. And always get a repress. When you get your original records, get the repress too. Spend the extra money, because you can preserve your originals and still listen to the repress, and it all sounds great. So thanks again for watching Collectibles Unlimited, and have a great day.